a second. Yo, what up, y'all? What up? We back with another episode of fifth quarter, week 10, doing the week 9 recap, and we getting down to the crucial part of the season. I mean, second half of the season, these games matter. I mean, don't get it wrong, all games matter, but when you get down to the second half, there really ain't too much room for wiggle room, for mistakes, for errors. You got to pretty much tighten up, the best way you know how, or just start working on something for next season. But either way, everybody got work to do. So we're going to get into week 9 recap before we get into week 10 predictions. And first up in week 9, we have myself against the Texans. And we got demolished in this one. But to be perfectly honest, it's more or less me than him. You know what I'm saying? Every game I've been playing, I've been averaging 5 picks minimum a game, and when you constantly turn the ball over, you're going to have these type of results. I was already saying, when I went over divisions and stuff a few times in the season, y'all heard me say for my own team, I said we 3-4 or something like that, or we was whatever my record was or has been, I've always said I'm surprised for my record to be what it is, because we've been playing horrible, but playing horrible because, I'm trying to work on this new passing thing, so I'm constantly throwing picks, but I'm just determined to get it right. And, when you're trying to learn something new, you're going to get it wrong more than you get it right. What is that? Eat this. You don't even go lay down anyway. You ain't go lay down. Matter of fact, go do that now. So what? You start laying down. Go lay down, Maurice. Come on. No playtime. Yeah, so like I was saying, when you trying something new, you're gonna get it wrong more than you get it right. But when you finally get it right, you good. But in the process, you're gonna get it wrong a lot, and that's what I've been doing. So Texans did what he's supposed to do. Then we have Falcons and Chargers. Now I picked this for one of my upsets. I told y'all the Falcons been one of the hottest teams in the league. He took over this team. I think it was 0 and something, 0 and 4, 0 and 3, whatever they was. But I think they're now one game over 500, and he's in a division race with the Bucks, who was sitting pretty at once upon a time, but he's no longer sitting pretty. So this Falcons team, man, they've been hot. They've definitely been hot. And Chargers, this wasn't the final score. Their game didn't save. I believe the final score of this game was 17-14. It was a great game. Tough defensive battle, but what does that say about the Falcons? To shut this Charger offense down, and Atlanta don't have no defense over there. They got a couple of pieces here and there, but, for him to play the way he's playing with this Falcons team, I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely impressed. And You know, it just goes to show you it don't really matter what team you have. If you know what you're doing, you're going to get the job done. So Falcons, he's been on a tear. You know, he's been on a tear. Right about now, it's not looking like there's no one in this league that he can't compete with this Falcons team. Mind you, this is off no trades or nothing. So Falcons definitely is doing something special over there, and I believe he's playing with Mariota. You know, so he's doing his thing over there. Then we had Bears and Dolphins. This game was a tie, 21-21. Dolphins been having a major letdown, but I also know that the same boat like myself, you know, trying to figure this passing thing out. And when you're trying to figure this passing thing out, you're going to have a lot of games where you're throwing a lot of interceptions and things like that. That's just what it is, you know. And, you know, at this end of the day, it's not for nobody to feel sorry for you. You know, you don't want nobody feeling sorry for you. You know, because you can simply just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go to what I know and play the regular old way. But you know, when you sticking with it, it's just like, yo, we here to take our lumps and we're gonna apply it moving forward. So, you know, Dolphins one of them teams that he definitely learning the hard way, along with a few others like myself. But the Bears, like I said, the Bears has been one of the surprise teams. I mean, this is not a loss, you know, it's a tie, you know. So it's not as good. It's not better than a win, but it's better than a loss. So this is a good outcome for the Bears. I mean, he didn't take a loss, so Bears is still doing what he got to do to hang over there in that NFC. Then we had Bengals and Panthers, and Abercrombie blew out the Panthers 42-10. Impressive win. I took the Bengals to win this game. Why? Because I said he was coming off a major win last week over the Browns. So I figured he'd come into this game with a lot of confidence, and it showed. I mean, he dominated this game 42-10. And I told y'all, there's some people that you could win, right, in a regular season. There's some people that you would win against, and it'll just turn into a 4 or 5 game win streak. And then there are some people that you can lose. There's some games that you can lose, or some people that you can lose to, and they'll turn to a 4 or 5 game losing streak. You know, so Bengals trending in the right direction right now. I got a lot of work to do for that division, but with the Ravens losing his fair sim, he's definitely back in the race. Lions and Packers. I took the Packers to win this because I thought they matched up well with Detroit offense as far as their defensive personnel, but boy, was I wrong. Not only did Packers defense didn't show up, the offense didn't show up. The Lions defense showed up and showed out, you know, but Lions been playing great ball. You know, they've been playing some good ball, and it shows. You know, they won 31-7. It's a big win. You know, these are two teams that you could see possibly meeting up in the NFC Championship. Well, not even, because they're in the same division. But these are two teams that you can see playing each other in the playoffs. So right now they will play again because they're in the same division. So the next one will be in Lambeau. We'll see what happens when they meet again. But round 1 goes to Detroit. Next, we had Raiders and Jags. And Raiders won this game 28-25. I took Jags to win this. I was wrong. I'm glad to see the Raiders win, though. He made all type of trades, you know, some head scratches or whatever. But, hey, you know, happy to see him in the win column for a change. Good win. This Jags team been playing pretty solid. Rico been playing pretty solid with them. But came up a little short this week. This is a bad loss for the Jags, though, because he already had dropped 2 straight. And to snap that losing streak, you would have thought it came against a team like the Raiders, but didn't happen. And now I think the Jags might be trending downhill after this loss. Good win for the Raiders, bad loss for the Jags. Next week had Bills and Jets. DP took out E-Ball 40-9. Jets been playing pretty good. But I told y'all, Buffalo quietly has been putting up points constantly. Like, he's been putting up a lot of points every game. Every time I turn around, he's high 30s and 40 clip. So this Bills team is getting a stride at the right time. Remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Y'all always hear me say that. So it don't matter if you start off 1-2, 1-1. You pick up that steam in the second half of the season and it carries over to the playoffs. That's a dangerous group that you don't want to face. So Good win for Buffalo. Bad loss for the Jets. I mean, this sends shockwaves through that locker room. Like, what did we do wrong? Just gonna have to go watch some tape after that loss. Next, we had Cards and Seahawks. And Cards won this one. This is the rematch between those two. Seahawks won round one. Cardinals won round two. So now we'll see what happens with these two for the rest of the season. But they split as far as a head-to-head in the same division. But Cards in first right now. We'll see what happens moving forward. Then we had Bucks and Rams. Bucks won this game. This wasn't the final score, I don't think. I think it did save. But Bucks won this. Rams, they've been struggling pretty much this season. They got some things to work out moving on to next season. The thing about the Rams is one of them teams that you gotta make the most of what you got, because a lot of the good players over there is not young, So Rams one of them teams that if you ain't all in with them right now, then it's some serious issues coming up, as far as how you're going to rebuild the team. But Rams definitely got some decisions to make heading into the off season. Then we had Titans and Chiefs, and Titans won 31-28. Like I said before, Titans, he's also been one of the dangerous teams in the league. I won't just say AFC, in the league, period. I think he only had one loss on the season. This is a good game, though. This is a good game. Went into KC, which is not no easy thing to do. Went into KC and got it and pulled it out. Listen, every win ain't gotta be dominating. You don't care how many points you win by. The name of the game is to win the game. That's what the Titans did. I'm pretty curious about who's he playing at quarterback. I'm guessing he's playing the rook over there. I forget the rookie name over there in Tennessee, the black dude. I can't think of his name, but I'm wondering if Carter's is playing with him. But man, listen, you build him up. You build him up to something nice, then you definitely got your franchise quarterback over there. That Titans team look a whole lot different than what you see right now. But nevertheless, he's nowhere near what he can be, but still in all, he's balling with him right now. So great win for the Titans. Next, we got Saints and Ravens, and upset of the week. Saints took out the Ravens 23-14, but oh yeah, they did not play. It was a fair sim. And listen, you hate to see these type of fair sims losses go down, because Ravens been playing such great ball. They only had one loss of the year. Saints only had one win on the year, but Saints wins the fair sim. And that division, that Ravens division, is a lot closer than what he would like. Even not just the Browns, but even with the Bengals. The Bengals is right there. I think the Bengals is now 2 games out. So that fair sim loss could come back and hurt the Browns moving forward. I mean the Ravens moving forward. But we'll see. Now we move on to week 10, and we got Panthers and Falcons. Look, I think the Falcons is like I said before, if they're not the hottest team, they're one of the hottest teams in the league. They're going against the Panthers team. Panthers been up and down all season. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. And they are home, but right about now, I think the Falcons is playing much better ball than the Panthers. Even though the Falcons on the road, I'm going with the Falcons. I mean, they coming in with all the momentum. But I think that this is a very big game for the Falcons too, because this is a division matchup. Panthers has been struggling. Falcons definitely can do some nice work with a division win right here. As far as at this point of the season, this is a very big game for the Panthers as well. So this is a big game. Don't get it twisted. This is a very big game right here. Unfortunately, one team is hot like fish grease and one ain't. So I'm going with the team that's hot like fish grease, and I'm going with the Falcons. Give me the Falcons this week over the Panthers, 33-23. 33-23 Falcons over the Panthers. Next we got Seahawks and Bucks, and I'm gonna go the Bucks. The Bucks, they've been playing good. All in all, they've been playing good. They haven't been playing their best ball lately, but still in all, they've been playing good enough to still, get some wins. But they in the division race with that Atlanta team. So the Bucks they're gonna have to not come into this game thinking that they could come and not play their best ball, because Seahawks is one of them teams that Seahawks they've been getting some surprise wins this year. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting matchup. I'm gonna take the Bucks. They're at home and everything, so I feel like they come into this game with a little more momentum. So I'm going to take the Bucks this week over the Seahawks. I'm going to go 27-17. Next, we got Bills and Vikings. This game was already played. Buffalo, they only put up 19 points this game. Like I said, they've been putting up points every week, but not this time. But it don't matter. They get the win. Minnesota, they lose a close one on the road. Buffalo's, they also are pretty hot themselves. I think this is probably like their third or fourth straight win now, if I'm not mistaken. But good win for the Bills at home. Next, we got Lions and Bears. Good test for this Bears team, man. Look like they currently playing right now. This Lions team, they coming off a great win over the Packers last week. So I think the Lions come into this game with a lot of momentum. Bears coming off a tie from last week. Listen, if I'm the Bears and you're in the same division with these Lions, even if you don't win, you want to at least show, that you can hang. So I think that even if the Bears don't win this game, but they lose a close one, in my mind, that's something positive. If I was part of that Bears coaching staff. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to take the Lions though. I'm going to take the Lions this week. I'm going to go 33-24. 33-24 Lions over the Bears. Next, we got Jags and Chiefs. This game is currently being played too. Big Rico going against Dre. Dre lost a tight one last week to the Titans. Jags got upsetted by the Raiders. Chiefs at home this week. One has nothing to do with the other besides how you come into this game feeling some type of way. But I'm going to take the Chiefs this week. I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Jags. But I think it's going to be a lot closer than what the Chiefs would like. But I'll take the Chiefs by a score of, I'm going to go 30-26. 30-26 Chiefs over the Jags. Next, we got Browns and Dolphins. Claw going against G. Dolphins has not been having a season that they would hope. Browns, they're having a solid season. So, Browns on the road going into Miami. I think Cleveland will win this. I think right now Miami's having a little tough time figuring out, the new passing mechanics and things like that. Browns seem like, whether I don't know what the Browns is doing as far as, how he's playing, but whatever he's doing is working. So I'm going to take the Browns, and I'll take the Browns this week over the Dolphins. I'm going to go 32 to 23. 32-23 Browns over the Dolphins. Next, we got Texans and Giants. Big game James going against Rick. Texans on the road. Giants been playing much better ball lately than they have the early part of the season. First of all, I would say Giants favorite in this one. I would say Giants favorite in this one, but Texas on the road. But I'm gonna go big blue. I'm gonna go big blue on this one. I'm gonna take them at home. Like I said, Texans, he blew us out last week, but he didn't blow us out. We blew ourselves out, So, I don't know. I don't think the mistakes I was making, I don't think the Giants will make. Giants are been playing much better ball lately than I have. So all the things the Texans did was capitalize off my mistakes. I don't see the Giants having a ton of turnovers. I think Saquon would give this Texas team a problem. So yeah, I'm going to take the Giants. Give me Giants over the Texans. I'm going to go 28-21. 28-21 Giants over the Texans. Next we got Saints and Steelers. BS going against Snub. And Steelers, they've been having some tough losses this season. Their record can easily be a little different than what it is, but it's nothing you can do about it. Once it's final, is final. So Steelers have been playing better ball than what their record actually showed. But still in all, he have been coming out on the right side of things. But I think he'll have enough to take the Saints out, although I think this game is going to be a potential upset in the making. But I'm going to take the Steelers in a close one. Give me the Steelers over the Saints this week, 24-21. Next, we got Broncos and Titans. And we got Cardinals going against Calm. Titans been playing lights out ball. Broncos been having a good season. Titans at home. Titans are rolling right now. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Titans are rolling. Titans got all the momentum coming to this one. But you got to pick an upset every now and then, right? You can't always pick favorites. So when you hear that sound, you already know what that means. Upset in the making. Give me the Broncos over the Titans. I'm going to take the Broncos over the Titans in an upset. My first upset pick of the week. I'll take the Broncos over the Titans. I'm gonna go 27-24. 27-24, 3-point win for the Broncos. Next we got Colts, the new Colts user, Jay Green. Welcome to the league, bro. Bap spoke highly of you as far as your activeness and things like that. We had to get rid of the other Colts user. And I like what's his name too, man? I forgot his name. I think his name was Coach Steele. But I liked him, you know what I'm saying? Because he's playing with us in last week. But again, when you're doing the league, man, you're trying to run the league a certain way. I can't have us in week 10, and when I look up 10 games played, you only played 3. You know what I'm saying? Now, even if it is a conflict in schedule with your opponents, that's only going to carry so much weight. You the same thing goes as I said about the other guys. If you constantly not scheduling games with other guys, I can't keep saying it's everybody. Then it's obviously something about your schedule that's just not cooperating with the league. So once again, maybe the league is just not a good fit for you at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Nothing personal. It's not to say that he can't come back later on and let me know, yo, bro, my schedule changed. I'm good. Cool. So anytime I get rid of somebody, it doesn't mean you can never come back. I just feel like for right now, that's best for the league. And again, I like the Colts. You know what I'm saying? The user that we had. Again, he was with us last week. He took over the Steelers. He was playing games. Cortez is his name. He was playing with the Steelers. He was playing his games and everything. But man, especially in season 1, I can't have you in season 1 only not even playing half your games. It's a problem. And as a commissioner, it's my job to make the league run a certain way. It's nothing personal with nobody. Everything I do is what I feel like is best for the league. In case y'all didn't know by now, everything I do, nothing I come up with or what I do is nothing beneficial for me. There's no hidden motive. There's nothing. There's no, I don't like this dude, so I'm getting him out of here the first time he blink. There's none of that. Everything I do is what I feel is beneficial for the league. You know what I mean? You can't have guys that's not active, and then, they start, these games start really coming down. Then you start saying, yo, dude, give him a force, give him a force. Nah, we ain't here for no forces. You understand? We ain't here for no forced wins, no forced losses. You got to play. Now, granted, everybody not going to play every game. That's fine. I don't expect everybody to play every game because I don't expect everybody to play every game, but I do expect, to play most of your games, and not even now. I also ask for communication. If I don't hear from nobody, then what am I left to think? So we got a new user, Jay Green. Welcome to the league. I can't pick this game because I don't know nothing about how he play. Even though the Raiders ain't showing me nothing to make me want to pick him, but still in all, I don't know. So I just have to see and watch how this thing play out. Cowboys and Packers, Wayne going against P.E. Earl, and Packers coming off a blowout loss last week, And y'all know what I always say about blowouts. And pay attention to what I'm about to say. This ain't the first time I'm saying this. I've said this many times. But most guys, pretty much everybody who get blown out one week, always come back and play better the next week. Look, I'm a example of that as well. I got blown out last week. I came back and played better this week. Everybody who gets blown out always come back with a chip on their shoulder, remember the blowout, and they come back and play better the next week. So I definitely anticipate P. Earl coming to have a much better game this week than he did last week. Cowboys coming into Lambeau. Believe it or not, Dwayne plays Pearl pretty tough, and it's going back to last Madden, when they was in the same division, I believe. Dwayne plays Pearl pretty tough, so I definitely don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think even though Pearl's going to try to come out and go for the kill early, just because of what happened last week in his game. But I don't think that's going to really hold up. I think this Cowboys team will come in and give him a little pushback. But I'm still going with the Packers in this one. But I'll take the Packers over the Cowboys this week. I'm going to go, I'll go 31. I'll go 31-21. 10-point victory for the Packers. Next we got Cards and Rams. Rams, they haven't been playing good ball, but this can be a trap game. Cards, when you come in to play against people that you see struggling, you come in to think that all you gotta do is show up. Sometimes it could backfire on you. They played earlier in the season. The Cardinals won, but it was pretty close. But I don't know. It seems like the Rams is trending in the wrong direction. I think the Cards will pull this out, so I'm going with the Cards over the Rams. But there's definitely going to be a trap game if the Cards don't watch it. If he peeks over this Rams team to see who he play next week, let me see who the Cardinals play next week. Because that also determines what's the prime definition of a trap game. He plays the 49ers next week, right? A division opponent. So he clearly can overlook this game and already be thinking about that 49ers game and take his eyes off the prize and get caught slipping. I'm going to take the Cards, but be aware. Don't be surprised if this game is a lot closer than what it should be. Because right now, all signs indicate the Cards should win this one easy. But don't be surprised if you look up in this game in the fourth quarter and see the game 14-14 or something like that. But I'll take the Cards anyway. Give me the Cards over the Rams this week, 28-14. Next, we got Chargers and Niners. Chargers, Trey Dog coming off a tough loss last week to the Falcons. And the Niners, they haven't had much success, but they're still in a division. They still got a chance to do something, but they gotta start now. You gotta start now. And I think with a win against a good team like this will get them treading in the right direction. I know Chargers coming to this game as a favorite and everything. Even though he's on the road, he's still a favorite. But when you hear that sound, you already know what that means. Upset pick, upset pick, upset pick. I'm taking Niners over the Chargers. Crazy thing is, it's my second week in a row picking against the Chargers. I picked against them last week for the upset pick and they lost. Now I'm picking against them again this week. Look like they are currently playing. Don't know the score in that one, but I'm gonna take the Niners in the upset over the Chargers. Give me a close one here. Give me the Niners 24, Chargers 20. 4-point victory for the 49ers. The last game we had that was played early was myself against Washington. Man, did we need this one. Washington came into this game as a favorite. They was in first in the division. But guess what my Eagles did? Upset in the making. We pulled out an upset in a big way. We needed this one. We needed this one bad. Why? Because he already had a 2-game lead over us and he won the first meeting. So this was a do-or-die situation for us. If we lost this game, we'd have fell 3 games out, and he'd have swept us, and you could write the division off. I mean, unless he just went on a crazy losing streak, which is possible, but, we asking for too much. We asking for too much. You know what I'm saying? So, Trey Dog said, check that Chargers score out. Well, man, that you're saying that, I guess I ain't got to check it out. I already know what that means. But, yeah, we didn't want to fall that much behind. So, listen, we played our best ball that game. You know, we played our best ball, man. We didn't turn the ball over, and that was big. You know what I'm saying? That was big. Like I said, I've been turning the ball over 5 times minimum every game, you know, trying to figure out this new free-form passing. So it felt great not to throw no picks. You know, even when we did incomplete a pass, it was overthrown or something. I could live with that. But all them picks we be throwing just wasn't working. But I felt like we finally turned the corner with the passing that game. You know, I mean, it showed. And, you know, I'm actually happy, too, to do it against Washington, not because we're in the same division, because I knew he was going to be blitz heavy, and I wanted to practice against that. You know, I wanted some work against it, and I think we handled that blitz well. You know, so I'm glad that we had our best passing performance against somebody who was blitz heavy. And, you know, will this turn out to be the win that we needed to point us in the right direction? I don't know. But for now, it's a win. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take it. We're going to take it in stride. We still got major work to do. But, hey, man, we threw for over 300 yards and no turnovers, so I'll take that any day of the week. Good win for the Eagles. We just kept ourselves alive in this division, and you know, we fight to see another day. I think it's something that I wanted to touch on too. It's something I wanted to touch on. I can't really remember. I don't know if it was. I don't even know if it was even this league or not. Nah, yeah, it wasn't. It was my other league. It was AGS that I wanted to touch up on something on. But all right, yeah. So we definitely got them power rankings coming out this week, and man, I don't know. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about, just as far as like, I'm curious, how are y'all re-signs going? Because the re-sign thing is kind of different right now. Like, I'm working on re-signing some guys, and I'm not going to front, man. Like, I haven't re-signed nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to just be regular with the offers that I'm doing, but it seems like I got to step over backwards right now. So I'm curious to know how you guys re-signs are going. I offered a few guys on my team to re-sign, and they curved me. Everybody curved me. I haven't re-signed nobody yet. You know, so I'm curious to know how you guys making out with your re-signs. But the re-signing thing is way different right now. Like, it ain't signed still, unless you probably just giving them very friendly contracts. I don't know. But then again, maybe my team been doing bad that they ain't really have much interest in coming back with us. I don't know. Maybe that plays a role. I'm sure that plays a role. But it also lets me know that free agency is going to be something else, because I told you, free agency is no longer about who gives the most money. Free agency is about, you know, what state you in, like, you know, what's your team like are they be playing for a ring? It's a few things that matters, you know. So free agency is definitely going to be different. This ain't, so all of that putting the bid at the last minute stuff like we've been doing, none of that matters anymore. You know, it don't matter about who offer them the most money. You can offer the most money and they're going to turn you down. You know, now they got the potential of signing with a team that they're taking the less, just like real life. They sign with a team to take the less money, but they playing for a ring. You know, so a lot goes into place in free agency now, and I already knew that. But based on what I'm seeing in re-sign, it further lets me know how free agency is going to be. You know, so I'm curious to see how this first offseason is going to play out. But it's going to be very interesting, very interesting. So I advise guys, if you don't want nobody from your team to hit free agency, I advise you not to let them hit free agency, because before, you know, you could just throw them a whole bunch of money. That doesn't matter anymore. It's not about who offers the most money. A lot of other things factors in. So keep that in mind. Like I said, for me, I haven't had no success with my re-signs yet. Everybody been turning me down. I got to offer some more money. I got to put something together. But, you know, maybe just because we ain't been doing nothing this year. You know, I'm under 500 still. So maybe we ain't got, you know, too much over there. They're looking like, yo, nah, we want to come back. They're looking like, nah, we might need to get out of here. You know, so maybe it's a little of that's in the play right now. But nevertheless, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, just add more realism to the game. So I'm fine with that. But, yeah, so, you know, that's it, y'all. That's the fifth quarter for week 10. That's the week 9 recap. And you know, we're gonna see y'all on the next fifth quarter. But y'all keep balling, doing what y'all doing over there, keeping the league rocking, and I'll catch y'all on the get back. I'm out.